improper signage, recycled menus from a failed restaurant, roaches, toxic food, incompetent chefs, and more, all combined to make this restaurant absolutely impossible for Gordon Ramsay to save. When Gordon arrives, the chaos begins immediately. While the roadside sign indicates that Fiesta Sunrise is located here, the building itself bears the name Grill 303 for some reason. Confused, Gordon enters the building to check if he's too late, only to learn that Vic, one of the owners, doesn't see having the wrong name on the building as an issue. As Gordon digs deeper, the red flags multiply. The restaurant is massive, able to sit 120 people, yet only 2 tables are booked for lunch. Then there's the menu. It's from Vic's old failed restaurant, with the name poorly taped over. Even worse, Vic didn't just bring the old menus, he brought the same chefs who were a part of the previous failure. After sampling a revolting meal, Gordon uncovers a shocking truth. Vic isn't even footing the bill for this disaster. His wife Yolanda and stepdaughter Patty are the ones financing the entire operation. Patty in particular has maxed out her credit and borrowed money from her in-laws' family to fund Vic's dream. Gordon finds out that the restaurant loses $500,000 a year and that the family already has $850,000 worth of debt. After being called out for running the restaurant poorly, Vic claims he's being picked on, a truly bizarre statement since he is single-handedly sinking his family's finances. Gordon's next stop is the kitchen, and it's a horror show. Chives that expired 5 months ago and spoiled fish are just the beginning. Upon opening the fridge, Gordon is horrified at the unsanitary conditions. He questions Vic about whether he'd want customers to see the way his beans are stored. Vic, ever defiant, refuses a call of accountability, so Gordon answers it for him, showing the staff and Vic just how bad things have gotten. Vic, of course, takes this as a slight against him, as opposed to a learning moment. It is revealed that because Yolanda's credit wasn't enough to secure funding for the restaurant, she got her daughter to help fund Vic's dream, and that now she regrets doing that. Later, Gordon calls a meeting with Patty, her husband, and Vic so that the parties could talk it out. He soon finds out that Vic has a habit of lying and manipulating those around him into doing what he wants. When Patty's husband calls him out on his bad behavior, things escalate quickly, with Vic accusing Patty's husband of basically being a deadbeat, and Patty's husband doing this.
What? I pay my bills, pal. I pay my bills. And in fact, I pay your bills too, bitch. Relax.
Gordon steps in to defuse the situation and Patty's husband leaves. As Gordon prepares a cooking event for the family, disaster strikes again. He discovers a roach infestation so severe he has to halt everything and call in exterminators. Yolanda and Patty claim that they had no idea about the infestation. Vic, on the other hand, did know, but he didn't do anything about it. The following day, Ramsay attempts to see what an average dinner service looks like at the restaurant, which quickly turns into a nightmare that leaves Gordon beyond surprised about how incompetent the staff is.
I've got 4 chefs that can't cook fucking rice, soot all over the food. What is going on?
The next day, he tries to turn things around. He introduces a new menu, remodels the restaurant, and Gordon even brings an expert in Mexican cuisine to help elevate the dishes and control the kitchen. Luckily, his idiot-proof strategy worked, although not without some hiccups, of course. Such as one of the chefs managing to set some nachos on fire.
They burned the nachos.
They burnt the nachos.
Leaving Gordon visibly bamboozled. Overall, the dinner service goes relatively well, and after, Gordon compliments the efforts of those involved in the service that night and leaves, hopeful that the family will keep the changes and get the restaurant back on track. But it wasn't meant to be. Not long after Gordon's visit, the restaurant was seized due to unpaid taxes. In my opinion, this outcome was inevitable. Vic's refusal to take responsibility, coupled with his ego and manipulative behavior, doomed Fiesta Sunrise from the start. Even if Ramsay had covered their tax debt, Vic's inability to manage a business responsibly and his refusal to learn would have led to failure eventually. Yolanda's enabling and Patty's misplaced loyalty only made things worse. This restaurant was beyond saving. Click the video on the screen to hear more details about what happened to Fiesta Sunrise after kitchen nightmares.